I suppose that human life is filled with hypotheticals. I don't want to bring up the most obvious thing because I'm not that kind of person that's like really snarky or anything. Like, what if you're right and other people are wrong? See, that comforts me because I might have been right the whole time. Maybe my delivery was a bit clumsy. Maybe I went overboard, but that does not mean that I was wrong. Fundamentally wrong. Sometimes people pick on you when you didn't do anything to them at all. Case in point, when I was in 6th grade and I was walking home, I was walking to the library from the middle school, and these older guys just started picking on me. It's like, what? I know I didn't do anything to you. I offended you by looking like a geek or something with my huge glasses, and maybe you were envious because I look a bit upper class and you feel like a lower class hillbilly or something. It's like, I'm a little girl, why are you picking on this little girl? I'm at least 3 inches shorter than you are. That's how I remember. It's like, I don't know these people from Adam, right? If you say, I don't know him from Adam, I don't know this guy. I never met him. I don't know his name. Never saw him before. If I did, I wouldn't recognize him. Correct? So I'm just kind of explicating here. Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to hold myself back because I have to. I'm trying to hold myself back. In check, like a horse. Right? You need a bit in your mouth. You need the reins to guide you from left to right. If we have to, we'll put blinders on you. Because I grew up in Amish country, so I know all about horses. And, well, I don't know all about horses. I rode a horse once, but it wasn't on an Amish farm. I respect the horses. They pull heavy loads up very steep hills, like mountain type hills. I don't understand how they can do it. I mean, I look at the poor Amish families. I'm sorry. It's like, you're so vulnerable. Somebody could hit you. Somebody could just totally kill you and your horse, and there'd be nothing left of you. You'd be like roadkill. But I'm going to keep living this lifestyle, and I'm not putting the Amish down. What if I'm just making observations and not judgments? Well, it's not all right to make observations because all observations imply judgment. Really? Even a little comment like, I'm just trying to be funny. Well, then you're judging. If I just made a comment, what if it's open for speculation what it means? It might mean different things to different people, correct? So I don't want to bring things up that I shouldn't bring up. I feel that I do not want to speak out of turn. As an American, a white American, which people think is Mexican, American. People always think I'm a gypsy or a Mexican. I'm just like, I'm German. Can't you see? I'm an alien. I have blonde hair and blue eyes, just like my brother. And I know we had the same parents, but it's genetic destiny. Like, we have baby kittens. Well, they're almost grown up now. And like, one of them is like totally black. Even the paw pads are black. And the other one is black and white with a pink nose. I mean, seriously, they came from the same mother, and I believe the same father, because it's probably an incestuous relationship because they're polydactyl. That usually happens with incest. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but it's something I know. So I think maybe that sire was too closely related to the mother. Hence the polydactylism, but it's not something that hampers or impairs them at all. I got used to it. At first it kind of creeped me out, but then I thought, well, he's so cute. He has like a little glove on his hand. I'm going to shake his little thumb. He's so cute. He doesn't know that he's a freak. No, I shouldn't have said that. Okay. No, he's a great cat. I'm sorry. Marilyn Monroe, she was polydactyl, but she was also sexually abused. So you wonder if incest kind of ran in the family like a curse. And all that kind of stuff. You bring everything up, don't you? You talk about things that you don't. But I do know things, that's the thing. You're not providing footnotes and documentation. Good, well, I'll let you know when I need you again, honey. Thanks. You can do it right now if you wish, or you can put it off for a bit if you don't remember the instructions. Sorry, I'm multitasking. Yes, of course. That's all right. Just think about it. Sometimes you have to think. All right, for a little while. See, I'm having conversations. I'm not pausing. Why should I pause? Oh, goodness. Well, I mean, okay, here's the deal, folks. Over the weekend, here's some guy who says, well, I want to get to know you. I want to talk to you. Can we talk outside of this little app, which is just puzzly words. I always accept friendships. I used to really try to make friends when my profile picture was a black and white tuxedo kitten. When I would see pictures of other cats, I would just say, oh, friend request, and some people are like, weirdo. Like, I would be friends with ya. It's like, I'm not going to stalk you. I promise. So this guy, he has the appearance of being like a younger guy living, I mean, one would think in India, and he confirmed, well, I live in a certain city in India, the capital, and all that, so. Or is that New Delhi? I'm not sure. Well, you need to brush up on your geography, don't you? I know it is Mumbai. And he said, well, can we talk outside of this? Are you on Facebook? I'm like, I'm not really on Facebook anymore. I'm not on Facebook the way you think. I mean, I just use it as, gratefully use it as a place to post my ruminations. I've tried to make friends with people in the past, and I've been on Facebook for, off and on for about 7 years, maybe kind of close to 8, and there's just no point. They always want something beyond what you're capable of giving them, because after all, they're just strangers. Well, I want naked pictures, or I want sexy chat, or I just want money, or I want emotional support. I don't know. I think I'm giving about as much emotional support as I possibly can give to those who are around me. God loves you. There must be people in your life that can emotionally support you, especially if I'm not being paid for this. If I'm not being paid, then I'm not really obligated to chat with you. If you get some value out of my posts and things, that's terrific. See, I'm already giving you something for free of value, and I'm not charging you. Oh, but you need to give me more. See, that's the thing. People are just ungrateful. They just don't appreciate what God has given them. They always think that they have gotten the short end of the stick, or the short straw, or whatever idiom you would like to use. I think my life is okay because I have acquaintances on puzzly words that seem to be nice to me, although I change my name and profile picture every so often. Because why not? I mean, why not? I'm still the same person. Sometimes when people don't see the face, they're less likely to attack you. Sometimes you attack me, you unlock letters at the last moment, and I still win, and I'm like, Erin go bra, 'cause I'm part Irish. How confused I am. Ich bin Berliner, Erin go bra. It's all part of my family history. We're pretty Celtic here. We're Welsh. We're Irish. I hesitate to say we might be a bit English, You know how it is, but, one can't help it. One really can't. So watch the gist. Give us the lowdown. Well, okay, so I was watching Gone with the Wind. I'm so glad they didn't interrupt it with commercials and stuff. I was watching, I think it was TCM. And I know I say but it only endears you to me. No, me to you. I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Of course I would, because I haven't written this down ahead of time. It endears me to you because I am thinking about things, and I am deliberating, and I am really trying my very best to be honest without being offensive, right? Or I'm say, my. Vivian Leigh and Leslie Howard were English or British actors, and they did such a wonderful job. In the past, I've said, well, I hate Britain. I didn't mean it. I was being, I don't want to say inflammatory because it isn't right to say that. I was trying to gain a reaction or a response, and I didn't expect that people would like me for saying, screw Great Britain or screw the English or whatever, because I'm part English. I'm part of everything except Aborigine, I think, and Native American. Those are the two things that I fail at. Everything else, I've got a little distant connection, at least to North Africa and the Middle East and Asia. Distant, mind you. A lot of connection. Whole lot of connection to Germany, which makes me such a Hitler. Ja, wohl. You cannot stop me. I will roll forward with my German commentary. Ich bin Berliner. It kind of takes over sometimes, so you don't mind. I mean, regarding the Ukrainian situation, the kids are all screaming in the background, as per usual, correct? When I was a little kid growing up, we had a beautiful Ukrainian egg. It was carved like the hollow out the egg of a chicken, and somehow they lacquer it and carve these beautiful designs into it to celebrate Easter. And the problem is, with the Soviet Union, everything was mixed up. They would move people out of their native homeland to Russia, so everybody's identity would really become confused. They didn't want people to have ethnic identities. In a way, I suppose they're trying to compete with America. I'm an American. I am not a German. I am not Irish. I am not Jamaican. I am an American, right? So, Ukraine as it is now it was a corrupt state before it started because of what the Russians did to it. I don't really consider it like a homeland. There are a lot of people there that were not born there, or their grandparents weren't born there, and yet I'm a Ukrainian. And my father actually knew a real Ukrainian during the 1940s and 50s who had emigrated from the actual Ukraine, and he would always take his tests in pen rather than pencil. And my father asked him, why you always take your tests in pen rather than pencil? He says, that way I do not make any mistake. He trains himself not to make a mistake. So I respect that. But at the same time, is it the Americans' obligation to send money to the Ukraine? Maybe as Christians we're going to do that out of humanitarian purposes, for pure humanitarian purposes. However, military action? Do you remember Vietnam? And Russia, do you remember Afghanistan? You had to pull out. We had to pull out of Vietnam. I don't want Ukraine to become another Vietnam, so let's not let it happen. What if it did not happen? Thank you for listening. Adios.